And we're off. Episode 16, On Good Terms. I'm Eric. Oh
I'm
my
Elise.
gosh. I had a voice
How
crack.
embarrassing.
How embarrassing. We gotta
we
start
can't do
over.
redos.
We gotta start over.
Sorry, no redos.
Oh God.
We can redo it.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I gotta accept the fact that I'm going through puberty. I'm a growing boy, and this is just
Nothing to
it's
be
natural.
embarrassed about. Your
It's what
body's
happens.
changing. All of our bodies do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to episode 16. Welcome back for anyone who listened to episode 27 and is now going
Back 11 episodes
back
to hear
11
this
episodes. Yeah. You guys are the real heroes.
one. Yeah, I agree.
And congratulations to us for making it to an episode 16.
Yeah, because
The 27th is the hardest.
27th the hardest, 16th is the most tiresome.
It's the most tiresome. What
Once
I was
you get
told,
over 16, then you've made it over the hump. Then we're
yeah,
good.
it's smooth sailing after 16 until you get to 27 again, and
Yeah.
then everything gets fucked
And then
up.
it's a loop. You can't get out of it.
So I thought, just with all the news going on this week, just a little timestamp. It's February 28th. Right now, I thought that I'd read a little poem to kick off the show, and then maybe we can do a little discussion based off my poem.
Off your poem? Okay. Oh, no.
First, they came for the sexy M&Ms. I didn't speak up because I'm not a sexy M&M. Then they came for white Disney princesses. I didn't speak up because I'm not a white Disney princess. Then they came for Dilbert and Dogbert, and there was no one left to speak for them.
I thought...
Rest in peace, Dilbert and Dogbert. So a little backstory: the famous comic Dilbert,
beloved.
the beloved comic Dilbert of it really personified the 9 to 5 grind and what we'd look like as cartoon characters with sassy talking dogs named Dogbert, which is a fucking sick name. We watched a movie this weekend. They came together. It was like Paul Rudd, Amy Schumer. It was like a Wet Hot American Summer type comedy. It was like pretty good.
Yeah.
And one of the characters' names was Egbert, which is one of my middle names.
Oh, are you going to play it like that, are you?
That's how we're playing it.
All right. Well, that was a beautiful poem. How long did that take you? How many hours?
It took me a little bit longer than it should have.
I got to say, until like 30 minutes ago when I Googled Dilbert, I had no clue who he was.
Well, I was thinking that a way that we could kind of corner the Dilbert market is if we start posting, maybe the green screen is just various like
Dilbert
comics.
strips.
And so On Good
It's very
Terms
static.
can be the one place.
The one safe space.
The one safe space to get your
To enjoy
Dilbert comics. You got to go to the On Good Terms podcast YouTube channel. And that's the only place where you can get your unfiltered
copyrighted
Dilbert comic strips. That's the only place. And
yeah, I would want to be known for that. I feel like that's good.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about I think that Dilbert's just like the funniest comic to be canceled. I don't know
anything about it, so I
Me
really...
neither. I've never read a Dilbert comic strip until today, but I just like looking at them.
So what's so funny about it?
It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's been around forever. I had a few like hypotheticals I want to bring up.
I do like the name Dilbert. I think it's funny.
It's a great name, Dogbert. Fantastic name.
Genius.
I had one hypothetical where Tony Soprano has a panic attack because Dilbert gets canceled. Like in the show, he has like a panic attack because he like associates like deli meats with like his mom, like or some shit.
And then his mom
and then
also
he has a panic
Dilbert.
Yeah, so his mom, he like associates Dilbert with his mom or something, and then Dilbert gets canceled. He's like,
it was the last thing I had left of her.
He's like, come.
Oh,
you hear they canceled Dilbert? I can't do a good Tony Soprano. Like, the guy was a white supremacist, Tone. Stop talking about that, Christopher. He personified American 9-to-5 white-collar jobs. He was a hero.
Something you're like so amazing at is bringing up multiple things that I have no idea about. Never seen The Sopranos, never seen Gilbert.
Well,
but I assume this is really good and really on the nose.
It's good content. It's
Okay.
good content for the crossover of Dilbert and Sopranos fans who listen to this podcast. And then I thought we could just like kind of from there take it into a little discussion about which comic strip characters you think are most likely to believe in the great replacement theory.
What's the great replace? Oh, is that the white supremacist one?
Yeah, it's that like white people are going to be replaced by the year 2040 or something.
Right. Okay. So you go first because
I'll start it off.
Okay, yeah, because again, I don't even know the last time I looked at a comic strip.
John from Garfield.
That was who I was thinking, but only because he was the first one I could think of. And I'm
He was
like,
the
I
first
don't
one
know.
I could think of,
I don't know
too.
John like that, but he does. I wouldn't be surprised. But you know who wouldn't do that is John from the Garfield movie. You ever seen the Garfield movie?
No, I've seen clips of that. That kind of like, no, I don't fuck with it.
Well, I saw it at Indoor Recess. And
Who was John? Who played John in that movie?
I don't know. Some
John.
well-meaning white man.
White man that didn't
Yeah.
explore like the really
No,
dark
he
depths
falls
of
in love
Twitter
with his
and Facebook.
veterinarian and he adopts a dog. He's a good man. He would never do that.
Okay.
But Garfield John comic strip, Garfield, deaf.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And another one I had, are you...
Mm-hmm.
See, I think I just read more comics than the average child growing up in the 2000s.
Yeah, I would say the average child probably read 0. If I'm the average child, I flipped through the funnies, once, maybe maybe one Sunday a month when they were in color.
No, that was part of my like routine. Like I had like the funnies that I liked and stuff. My grandpa would always come up and be like, Eric, you read the funnies today? Check this one out. That was me violently tapping on the Garfield strip. Look at this talking cat. This motherfucker loves lasagna. I ain't seen shit like this before. It's relatable because real cats like lasagna too, but they just don't know how to express it like this one.
I like that was part of your routine. At what age did reading the newspaper in the morning become part of your routine?
Dude, well, it was like age 7 to 12 probably. I'd rip like the comics and then the sports section of the Washington Post until the Washington Post became like Jeff Bezos owned.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I stopped.
Then you stopped in protest.
Then I stopped reading Garfield every day. But I have another one. Are you familiar?
I like the one with the 2 kids in it. Those 2 kids, and they look vaguely similar. It's like a girl.
Baby Blues.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
those fuckers cause all kinds of mischief.
Yeah, I think they would, and I'm actually going to one-up you. I think they would be like a duo incest, great replacement theory. Be like, it's happening, and so we have to start doing incest.
You know what children I think are more likely to do that? I like where you're going with that.
Okay.
The family circus kids.
Oh shit! That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, that's what you're thinking of. That's what you're thinking of. Okay.
Yes, I
totally agree. There was some weird,
100%.
like, they're a weird type of Christian,
representation
probably.
of them are like they're out in like one of those states. You know the ones.
Yeah, the states that.
And it's like homeschooled, and they're like,
homeschooled with
we're
no
all,
regulations.
Yeah, like they're like we're all gonna be replaced. So we have to breed.
That's all their parents are teaching them.
Yeah, it's like to make their kids fuck.
Their parents just every day on the whiteboard they just pull up like. Just like Twitter
fake numbers. They're like
Facebook
as if they just have a countdown of how many white people are left, and they just get
it's
to
going
like
down every day, kids.
They get to like 5, and it's like we're the last ones.
You know, your father and I, we're brother and sister too. It's completely normal. God, this is what God wanted.
He told me.
Who else did I have? Are you familiar with Beetle Bailey? That comic strip.
Wait, what do they look like? Because I know the name. Wait, it's that
it's
boyfriend
like
girlfriend duo.
No. It's like the military one. It's like Sarge and Beetle Bailey, and Beetle Bailey's always like slacking off and shit and like committing war crimes.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, he's definitely
Beetle Bailey. I mean,
like that's an easy
just because
one.
he's in the military.
Yeah, just any. Yeah.
And then my last one was the lesbian from Charlie Brown.
No, she would never do that. Wait, which lesbian from Charlie Brown?
Peppermint Patty.
Is she no, Peppermint Patty wouldn't do that. She's chill. She's chill like that.
Do you think anyone from Peanuts would?
Yeah, Lucy.
I think Snoopy Loki would.
Nah, Snoopy would believe in the theory and not care. He'd be like, good.
I think Snoopy's on opioids.
Well, yeah, of course. That doesn't mean that he subscribes to the great replacement theory.
I think he could easily fall into the rabbit hole that would lead him to the great replacement theory.
Dude, he's black and white. He's mixed.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, is the great for all the white supremacists listening, drop us a DM.
No, don't.
Is the great replacement theory referring to Latinos?
No, okay.
Or African Americans?
I changed my mind. I don't like this conversation.
Okay. Because from
I don't like
just to sum it up, from my understanding, it was like the Mexicans coming over the border are going to replace us because I don't understand how black people. I mean, just statistically, there's so
yeah,
few
I'm just
of
going
them.
to cut you off.
Okay.
I'm just going to
okay.
cut you off right there because sometimes you tell jokes in the same way that you talk regularly. And I think we should maybe steer into what else you got on your phone.
That gives me a lot of freedom actually to say horrible things.
No,
and be like,
no.
Not that I would. I don't subscribe to that theory. I'm a little confused about the details.
Me too. I think
they got to button it up.
I think they would be good. I think for them it's anything.
Okay,
They
just anyone.
Just anyone replacing
women.
white people.
Are there more women than men in the world?
Oh, I wish.
Got to get a good ratio.
I think my optimal women to men ratio is like 75% women, 25% men.
Yeah, for you. That
yeah,
makes sense.
for me.
For me, it's
Wouldn't that be good for you too?
I like. There's already so few boys to bool with.
That's true.
You're taking away the boys.
Well, what about me? I'm your boy.
No,
We
you're
bool.
a girl. We bool, but
I know it's not the same.
oh, just by the way, random fucking comment. If you're a listener of the show and you live in the Philadelphia area and you're a dude and you're looking to hang out, kill some beers, talk some ball,
Talk some ball, talk some shop.
talk some shop,
That's
talk
the main
some
reason
great
we're doing
replacement
this.
theory.
Is like Eric really
me
needs
up.
friends desperately.
Yeah, I just for a little bit of background, I moved to Philly only knowing Elise while we were dating. No, actually, I moved when we were broken up,
Yeah.
and now
It was a pretty bold move.
It was one of those things where it was like, I gotta see it through. I gotta follow through.
Yeah,
with this.
yeah.
I knew that
'Cause you're
I'm
planning
happier
on
than I thought I'd be.
Yeah. He was planning on moving here. I mean, you're planning on moving here when we were together.
But it was never for you.
Yeah. I was just the only one you knew here.
Yeah, I knew
It was
that
just
I
a little
wanted to
coinkydink.
move out. I was living in Jersey at the time, like on the Jersey Shore, and A, it was expensive. B, it's just like I want to like experience
live in
kind of
New
like
Jersey.
a city. Yeah, well, I fucking love New Jersey,
I
but
know.
I want to experience like a city while I was young.
And you picked
That wasn't-
Philadelphia.
Well, just because it's cheap as shit. And
yeah,
also,
yeah.
fuck New York. All my New York listeners out there, hey, fuck you.
I'm walking here.
Hey, we'll walk in here.
I don't like your city that much.
You
It
guys,
overwhelms me.
it makes me nervous. Too many
Too many
skyscrapers and people. And
Too
there's a
many
financial
people.
district. And I don't like the sounds of that.
I don't want a district with my finances.
Philly doesn't have any good districts. We just have like, it's like
It's just
Center City.
Yeah.
That's a garbage name. Like,
I agree.
I prefer, what's it called in New York? Like Midtown, Uptown, whatever.
Yeah, Midtown, Uptown.
Dude, Center City.
I kind of like Center City.
I mean, it's
Little-
fine.
I mean, it's whatever. What should we call it instead?
The middle.
Where I'm the middle.
It's where are you located? Oh, like east of the Liberty Bell and the
Middle.
the
I don't
middle.
even know where the fuck is the Liberty Bell.
I think it's near like Old City, which is also a
What the
hilarious
fuck?
fucking name.
What
for
is the Gold City?
Old City?
Oh, I was like,
The Gold City is from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
oh,
Factory,
I didn't. I just
or
did
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard. I think it's Emerald
That's a gold road to
Yeah.
the Emerald City.
City. Right.
Oh my God! When's the last time you've seen Wizard of Oz?
I don't know. A long time ago. I get.
It scares the shit out of me.
Really?
It didn't back then when I was a kid, but now it was like on TV the other day, and I turned it on, and that shit is scary. You ever see that internet rumor about the fucking little person that offed himself on
Oh, yeah.
set?
I think
and you can
that's
see his body.
debunked.
Yeah, no, it's not true, but that scared the shit out of me
you
when
were
I was younger.
Oh,
yeah.
is that what scared you about it?
No, that's kind of what scares me about now. Even though I know it's not true, I think
Something
about
about
like
that.
the mistreatment, the like breaking the union and labor
Yeah.
standards, and that's what really
And
scares
that's
me.
what keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
Is breaking unions.
I can't watch any movie from before when the actors had like good unions. It makes me upset.
You know what I can't
I'm in
watch?
too much solidarity with them. What?
Chicken Run. Fucking hate that movie.
Oh, well, yeah. You don't fuck with any
hate
claymation.
that. That's
type
not
shit.
true. I fuck with 2 claymation movies.
Wait, let me
Name
guess.
them?
Let me guess. Shaun the Sheep.
Why the fuck would you say that?
Okay, not Shaun the Sheep. You fuck
Are
with.
you kidding? Was that a joke?
No.
Oh my god. Ooh, that really hurt my feelings that you think I would like Shaun the Sheep. That's my number one most hated show, movie, character, everything. I hate Shaun the Sheep. If I see Shaun the Sheep, it fills me with rage. You can't even
I
name
don't
one?
think that's your least favorite. I think
No,
you're-
I'm talking about my most favorite.
No. I'm saying, is Shaun the Sheep really your least favorite? Is it not Wallace and Gromit?
It's Wallace and Gromit.
Okay.
It is
see,
Wallace and
yeah,
Gromit.
I
You're
knew
right.
that.
You're right. Shaun the Sheep is
Okay.
second.
What other-
Chicken Run. It's really hard. It's really hard. But I would say those 3. I really can't stand them. I can't believe you can't name because 2 of them.
I just can't think of any.
It's my 2 favorite movies.
Oh, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes.
And I don't know.
Coraline.
But
But I don't even
I
count
forgot
those.
that's
Those
that
are like
doesn't feel
pieces
like
of art.
claymation.
Yeah, those are pieces of art.
No, there's something about like the early 2000s claymation that is disturbing.
It's horrifying. If it really deeply unsettles
You know what's
me.
really scary? The
What?
amount of effort those people put in to make freak movies.
I know. It's like you telling me you put hours and hours to make Wallace and Gromit.
Just draw it.
Just make it 2D. It's
Yeah.
way better. You would have had another fan. One more fan of Wallace and Gromit if he was not claymation. Clay doesn't move like that. So you shouldn't do that.
Not on its own.
Not on its own, it doesn't.
Do you think they could ever make a Play-Doh movie?
Yeah, of course.
You ever eat Play-Doh?
No, I didn't. Am I missing out?
It has a lot of MSG in it, but
But
it's
that's not bad
tasty in
for
the
you.
same way that Chinese food does.
How much Play-Doh? You ate a lot of Play-Doh as a kid, didn't you?
I had enough Play-Doh. I had a
Yeah.
healthy dose of Play-Doh.
Yeah, it was every day for you, I'm pretty sure.
It was every day.
It was you opened up, had some read the funnies, had some Play-Doh.
Yeah. That was my morning cup of Joe in kindergarten. And then I'd go steal my dad's cigarettes.
You know what I would do in kindergarten? I had my own special routine.
Yeah.
So me and my 3 friends, we had this club, candy club, and we would steal candy from our houses and bring it in. And I was like, this is genius because my mom gives me a piece of candy before bed every night, which was my
What?
Flintstones multivitamin.
Oh.
And I was like, awesome, free candy every night. I just gotta like, save up my resources. And she would like give it to me and I would put it on my tongue, hold it in my mouth, pretend that I ate it. And then she would like leave the room and I would take my little wet vitamin out and I would stick it
And
under
give it
my
to your friends.
Nope, I would stick it under my pillow until I had a full week's worth. 7 half-eaten vitamins. Not half-eaten, just like slightly
Soggy.
disintegrated. And so then on the other side of my pillow, like, or my mom did laundry, there would just be like these 7 little colored dots. And she was like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. And then I brought it to school and I gave it to all my friends. We were like, oh my God, we're going to have a sugar rush.
So your friends ate the soggy pillow
Flintstone
vitamin
multivitamins. And then we all
gummies
pretended to be hyper.
that were in your mouth.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I was like, here you go, guys. And yeah, so that was my routine. So similar in some ways.
That is similar. That reminds me of there's this kid I knew in middle school,
Yeah.
and I think it was at Bean Boy's bar mitzvah. And I didn't
Oh
go.
my
I
God.
wasn't invited.
Side note, what I would give to have been at Bean Boy's
Me
bar
too.
mitzvah.
Me too.
You weren't invited?
We weren't friends back then.
Me
But,
neither.
Yeah. So
we
we've
should
both
make
been
him have
wronged.
another one.
Well, I think when you're like 71 or some shit, or some like number of 13, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you get another one.
You got another one? Okay, for our episode 71, can we throw Bean Boy bar mitzvah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's fun because they like, at the bar mitzvah, they like lift you up on the chair,
Mm-hmm.
but this time it's a wheelchair. A lot of people die at these parties. But it's
the
same
cost.
it's the same kind of bar mitzvah party. Like you still get like the really annoying DJ to go and play
And
like
direct everybody.
LMFAO and do
Yeah.
the hula hoop contest and play
Coke and
Coke and
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
But you're
Oh my
just-
God, wait. Okay, so I have one bar mitzvah story and
let's
I'm
hear
going to
it.
follow with another one.
Okay.
The first one is this one's short. It's this fucking kid that we knew in middle school and high school, Jordan.
Well, don't.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What
If he's listening?
What's up, Jordan?
One of our 10 listeners is Jordan.
Fuck. He drank a pina colada, which was of course
Alcoholic?
No.
Oh.
It was dry or whatever the fuck you call it, non-dirty, clean. It was a clean pina colada, and he just
Virgin
pretended like
is
he
what you call it.
yes, and he just pretended like he was fucking hammered
Oh,
the
that's
whole party,
awesome.
stumbling around. But the other bar mitzvah story that I want to tell, which is kind of funnier, is at Jeremy's bar mitzvah. Jeremy was friends with a bunch of fucking dirtbags in 7th grade, just fucking scum of the earth, and he invited them to his country club bar mitzvah.
Which country club?
Norbeck.
I went to a few bar mitzvahs there.
It's fine.
It's fine.
And they're
It's no Woodmont.
No. And they're playing Coke and Pepsi. And one of these fucking dirtbag kids, it's like, it's down to like the last 2 teams. And like
Right.
the opposing teammates are like running like in the same direction to go sit on their boys' laps. And this dude fucking socks this dude in the jaw.
Like
the other dude,
with his fist on purpose or accident?
yeah, no, he just punches him in the fucking
Oh
jaw.
my God. His partner or his opponent?
No, his opponent. And the
Oh,
dude
wow.
just like, he eats shit. Like he just like, he crumbles
Wait,
to the
he like
floor.
okay, play this out for me. He punches him while he's running or just like opponent to the left?
No, they're like both running to go sit on
Yeah.
their partner's
And he
laps or
knocks
whatever.
him out?
And he doesn't knock him out, but the dude fucking falls. Like the dude like crumbles to the floor. Like someone in those anti-drug PSAs, like he becomes like
just, like,
deflated and stuff and just sinks into the dance floor. And no one said shit. It was like, all right, guess this kid won. 'Cause it's like, who's gonna tell the kid that just socked a kid in the face he didn't win?
Yeah, that's
like he's
true.
gonna beat the
but
fuck
it's also
out of
like,
you.
was it really that serious?
then.
I guess so.
I mean,
that's how you found your mates, by asserting your dominance in Coke and Pepsi.
That's how you mated back then.
I would sit on the side and watch them
documentaries.
play and be like, all right, which boy is going to sit on his partner's lap the fastest? That will be my prime pick.
Well, you would have gone for this kid then.
And I would have taken him to the photo booth and said, put on a funny hat.
Put on those 2013 glasses that the kid from Subway Surfer wears.
Yeah.
I was thinking what we should have on the
And
green
we should
screen
have like
for this
maybe
episode.
a Family Guy episode.
That's... I'm not opposed to that. I just think it might be a little
Or maybe half of it should be
tougher
Family Guy
with,
and the
like-
other half should be just like random ASMR videos, like soap cutting.
I was thinking we can do both of those. I mean, we have plenty of episodes where we can do these.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
do you know like the game Skate 3, like Tony Hawk's Skate 3?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just like I was literally
Thinking
watching
that.
like gameplay from that today. I was like,
Oh,
fuck, this is
alright.
like fun to watch. Just some
Yeah.
guy like doing tricks and shit.
We should also do a Minecraft build.
Oh, of course.
We should I'll just get my brother to screen record him.
Yeah, Minecraft. There's a game where people like jump from block to block.
Oh, I've seen that
I
one.
don't know what the fuck it is, but that shit's entertaining
Some
too.
of the kids I babysit love that game. I'll just make them screen record because they play that shit for a long time.
Yeah, as long as they can play for like 45 minutes to
Well,
an
they
hour.
can't because they die. So like they play for like
so
maybe
they
10.
suck.
Yeah, they suck.
Well, we can loop it. I think that's
Yeah,
what we did
yeah.
with Subway Surfers anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to head into the Freak of the Week?
Yeah, and I have a little surprise segment for after Freak of the Week.
Okay.
So
Okay,
let's-
so I'll do mine, then you
yeah.
can do yours.
And then you want to head into Is My Girlfriend Gay segment?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that works. Okay, so my
A
freak
lot of good stuff coming up.
my freak of the week is anyone who uses the seduction subreddit.
What is that?
r-seduction. It's just these fucking guys that share tips on how to pick up girls, and it's the funniest shit ever.
Oh,
because
God. This
it's
sounds
all like
an
spearheaded by
starting
like
into like
inceldom.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah.
It's like people who are like trying so hard not to become an incel,
aw,
and then these tips don't work, and they're like, well,
no.
women are inferior then, I guess.
Like, well,
Well, if it didn't work,
If
they
it didn't
must
work.
be an inferior species. But the guys in this are so fucking... there's a few guys who kind of like run the ship, and they
Yeah.
sell courses and shit, and they
Oh,
have these
God.
long posts like how I bagged 56 girls in a year. It's like,
I
hey,
hate that.
that's not enjoyable for anyone. Why
and
do
also
you wanna...
like, what do you mean? Like,
It's
you
just they're like, here's how you do it, and learn more, buy my course. And the guys are like, fuck yeah, you're like, I would...
I want to bag girls.
I
want
wanna
to check
bag-
some girls off a list.
Yeah, and
I want
there's
to collect 30 objects in my purse. Like,
there's one
honestly,
post...
fuck that. I'm taking advantage of little boys who don't know any better.
Well, the funny thing is, these guys that run the shit and like have these courses, there's no way any real girl like is
Yeah,
actually
yeah. No,
like these
that's
guys are fucked too.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just
It's like
a
blind
little.
leading the blind.
They're just good at writing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's one post that I want to bring up. It's the pros and cons of picking up at grocery stores instead of the bar.
Okay.
So the first pro, okay, just a little preview. There's 7 pros and 1 con.
Okay.
So this is a foolproof
This is-
thing,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Gentlemen, pay attention.
Yeah.
Real close. So, pro, no temptation of alcohol, so one can argue it's healthier. Ignoring all like the shit that comes with alcohol, like impairing your judgment, getting sick.
Also, who says no alcohol?
Yeah,
Some grocery stores sell alcohol.
Well, I get turned before I go to the grocery store
Ever
because
heard
it
of
makes me so
pre-gaming
fucking
at grocery
anxious.
store?
Yeah. I feel like half the time I'm in Trader Joe's, I'm fucking drunk. Because
Oh,
we used to
def.
go to Red Robin,
We used
get kind of drunk at Red Robin, and then just walk over to Trader Joe's. And that's the only way to shop at Trader Joe's, because that store makes me anxious as shit.
doesn't make me anxious. I think it's very calming.
Yeah, I don't know.
You do. The way you move around Trader Joe's is like if you take a bug and you trap it in a container and he doesn't know how to get out.
Yeah.
Like if a bird gets into a room and you're like trying to get it to go to the door. I'm like, come on. Like,
just trying to get me to go to
yeah,
another
it's like
aisle.
I'm trying to get you to go to the produce aisle and you're just walking back and forth like a sim, overwhelmed by the lights.
You're like trying to get a dog into its cage or
No,
something.
literally, I'm like, over here. I'm in the frozen zone. And you're just walking back between the nuts like...
Yeah, so I don't fuck with... So this is already fucked for me, but there's number 1, which I
I
disagree
was like, in a
with.
grocery store, like every grocery store we go into, somebody has to tell a manager about Eric. Like every single time. Someone's like, this guy's got a bomb on him.
Just wait. Just wait for me to finish this list.
Oh, God.
Number 2, doesn't affect circadian rhythm as the bar scene is late at night. So this guy, listen, okay, I
like,
respect this.
I do respect this. Like, what if you get sleepy?
Yeah.
At prime picking up
people
women
go
hours.
out too late. I don't want to have to stay
I
out
just
till
heard
like
the boy.
No, that was me. I'm like fucking with this thing on my foot. People stay out too late at bars. Like I don't want to be out till like 1, 2 a.m. Like I've always said that. So I do agree with them there. The third one is women tend to respect you more when you're sober. No, actually, I'll read it as it is. Women tend to respect you more when sober. I don't know if that means you're sober or they're sober.
I don't know. I also think if you're saying respect as in like being receptive, I would definitely be more receptive to somebody talking to me in a well-lit grocery store where I'm surrounded by onlookers and versus being in like a dark bar.
Yeah, but like, is it talking about the woman being sober though?
I think either way it's wrong.
Yeah. More women will admire you for bravery as most women have never been approached in a public place like that. That will be most women's first reaction will be like, this guy is brave to stalk me at a grocery store.
Yeah, but it'll be said like this. That guy's really fucking brave to stalk me in a grocery store. It's not going to be like, I'm so delighted. What a treat. Finally, someone has asked for my number in a grocery store.
People who harass women in grocery stores are braver than most Marines.
Definitely.
Next one is you save money in the long run as you avoid things like door fees, drinks, Ubers, etc. Again, true.
Do people go out just to pick up women?
Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I never, I will never understand how to pick people. I don't talk to strangers in bars. Maybe like back in the days of like house parties, I could do it, but bars are like too loud, crowded. It's too embarrassing.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been known to shoot some shit.
Yeah, you're braver than me. I should stick to grocery stores.
Yeah, you should.
And the last the last pro is you get more of an accurate assessment of women as they are not as dolled up going to the grocery as they would be at the bars.
Jesus.
So yeah, you get to see them without their makeup, which is important. And you're definitely not going to insult their
take
appearance.
a girl swimming on the first date. That ugly
I haven't
bitch.
heard that.
You haven't? Are you kidding?
No,
That's like a super popular meme.
That's funny.
Yeah, and it's like, you're fucking ugly.
Take a guy swimming on the first date because the pool water will make them fucking shrivel up. That was like a Seinfeld episode.
Shrivel up?
And he was like, there's shrinkage because the girl saw him like right after he got out of the pool.
Like saw his body or his pee-pee?
His dick.
Oh, and it shrinkies?
Yeah. For some reason, like the water makes your dick shrink.
That's really funny. Okay, well, that's a good...
And then here's the con.
Okay, the one singular con.
The one singular con. Doesn't matter what you say or how you say it, there's always that one bitch that finds you creepy for no reason and reports you to the store manager. LOL.
Oh, so that happened to him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter what you say or how you say it. I'm sure this guy was the most respectful gentleman at the grocery store trying to pick up girls.
I like this attitude is like so funny to me because it's presented as like, I'm just a good guy, like trying to like this one fucking bitch doesn't want me to talk to him. It's like,
report me to store manager.
Like just because you're going to the grocery store to pick up chicks, like everybody else is there to grocery shop.
I'd imagine a guy just walked up to a girl and was like, "Milady," and then she was like, "Hi," and then he was like, "Goo goo gaga" or some shit like that. I don't know. I didn't actually. I should read the tips in these like seduction books that they're. We should
just assuming that she's being unreasonable because she reported you. It's like maybe you were creepy.
He was creepy. Anyone. That's what I'm saying. He's the freak of the week. Anyone who uses a seduction subreddit besides me is fucking creepy. Here's what we should do. The first profits we have from the show, do our Patreon. And so we can get money.
And then we're gonna
buy a pickup artist book and we'll have a reading of it for the Patreon.
We don't want to give them money. We should make our own pickup book to actually help them. And it's just about how to have empathy. And it's just like, we'll disguise it. We'll make the cover like, how to bag 56 bitches, 1 bitch per week guaranteed. And it's just like, have you ever considered that they're people?
Compliment their shoes. Tell them they have a pretty smile. And if they aren't receptive to it, say, have a nice day and walk away.
Yeah. Then maybe she just isn't interested.
I do love those Instagram pages, like We Rate Dogs, I think it's called.
Like She Rates Dogs.
And it's just like, the guy's just with the most fucking insane. We should read through some of those. Are just so fucking funny to me.
Oh my God. I mean, I can pull up screenshots of just my own personal, and I'm like, I don't really like put myself out there that much. People find a way.
People will always find a way. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think that is all I had for my freak of the week. So
my counterpoint, which I haven't fully developed, is, so I just feel like sometimes freak of the week puts in some negativity into the air. So I think, counterpoint, we should do a gleek of the week. And, and it's somebody that, one...
watches Glee.
No. It's either, here's the few options. I'm coming up with them right now as I think. One is somebody I would like to see on Glee if it were still running. Like, I guess somebody I just want to see
Carlos
guest
Santana.
Like Carlos Santana. Or two, somebody that I think just, like the freak of the week, but it's a good thing, positive connotation. And I think they probably would like Glee, just based on my general assessment.
Okay, do you have
Of course I do.
a Gleek of the Week to share with the class?
So my Gleek of the Week right now is actually a two-hitter. I think they, one, should what have I done?
We're restarting.
Should guest star on Glee, and also I think would be a Gleek. And that's Ice Spice.
Okay.
I really think Ice Spice should be like a transfer student. And yeah, and then maybe like they invite her to like try out for the Cheerios, and she does like a little number. I don't know what kind, but that's just something I would like to see happen. And that's really just how I feel. That's all. Didn't really flesh it out.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this the other day, how we both have an admiration for Ice Spice.
Yeah, I do. I love that bitch.
I love Ice Spice.
Who doesn't? She's big these days.
I think if she were in Glee, she'd have to end up with a dude in a wheelchair. That just seems right to me.
Nope, she'd be gay.
Oh, she'd be gay?
Yeah, because she's
because that boy's a munch.
She's first of all bisexual.
Yes.
So I think we need like so maybe she does both. I think maybe she ends up with the guy in the wheelchair and well, actually, here's what would happen. She would guest star in one of the episodes where the wheelchair boy, Artie, and Brittany are together. They date for a while.
Okay.
And then maybe they all three of them perform a rendition of one of her many hits.
Such as?
Boys a Liar Part 2. That boy da baya. You know that one?
Yeah.
I like that one.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. There's the Gleek of the Week.
Yeah. So here's another thing I think we should talk about. So I was thinking that we should give relationship advice, but I think we should really like nuance it towards our niche. Everybody reads relationship advice. So I think we should really focus on posts and then just decide if we think the girlfriend is gay or not, because I feel like that's our expertise area. Because I'm gay, and you've dated lots of gay women.
Yeah. And
Not
I'm
on purpose.
still unable to identify it.
Yeah. So maybe actually, so maybe you do need some work.
Yeah, this is practice.
It's actually practice for
Next
you.
time I go into a relationship with a gay woman.
Wait, yeah,
that
that's
leaves
actually
me.
probably a better idea. Okay, so mind you, the posts are not about whether or not the girlfriend is gay. They're just random posts, and I think we should just speculate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear it.
Okay. So the first one I found goes like this. I, 24 female, complained of the room smelling like poop. And my boyfriend, 24 male, said it's probably coming from inside my butthole. So long story short, I think our apartment is having some sewage issues. And I was complaining about this to my boyfriend. I was saying how the room has been smelling like poop all day long, and it's been getting worse. He then goes on to ask if I've gone poop today, which I haven't. And he said the smell is probably coming from inside my butthole. He started sniffing near my butthole and confirmed this. I'm pretty sure that the smell is not coming from my butthole, and it is in fact a sewage problem going on inside the apartment. My boyfriend is insisting that the problem comes down to the fact that I haven't pooped in a few days, and the smell is radiating from the poop inside my butthole. This really hurts my feeling, since I'm genuinely concerned about the apartment, and I'm tired of it being stinky. Do you think she's gay?
I think that girl smells like shit. No person who doesn't smell like shit is going to Reddit to be like, I swear to God, I don't smell like shit. That girl is stinky.
Really? I don't think that she's stinky.
I guess my natural inclination is just never trust women.
I know, and I'm getting a sense of that.
Especially stinky women.
Well, no, I don't think it's her. Why would she be stinky? Why would the smell of poop be coming out of her butthole?
Because that's where it comes from. That's
if
where
it's
it
like
lives.
a fart, but if you smell bad, it's not like all of your bad smell is radiating out of your butthole.
Hers is. Her boyfriend attested to it. I believe men.
And I believe women. And that's why we don't get along.
But wait. So what's your advice to her then?
My advice to her is to break up with her boyfriend and start a podcast.
Okay. With the boyfriend?
Maybe she should do like one episode trial. And if it doesn't get good reviews, then she should not.
Okay.
But that's my advice.
Okay.
My advice is going to be pretty standard. And I really should have organized this. So the next one I am thinking about because it reminded me of something you would do.
Okay.
And it's a girl. She's 29. Her boyfriend's 24. And her boyfriend was shooting the shit one day, and she sent him a TikTok of an Olive Garden proposal. And she jokingly said, haha, I would leave if you proposed at Olive Garden. Joking around. And then he says this, I'm going to have people, like, in reference to his dream proposal. Okay? And this reminds me of something you would say to me as a joke, sort of. So she says, maybe I'll go to pop. And he says, I'm going to have people I hired to trap you in the top of a castle in Ireland with a scenic view, like they are going to do something really bad. Then it's like super nice in the room they throw you in. Then I walk in the same clothes, masked and gloved up. I have a ski mask on. Give you an astonishing round of sex and propose butt-ass naked while you're still convulsing and wondering what the fuck just happened. Tell me that's not something you'd remember forever.
She would probably remember it forever as like the rejection the proposal that she rejected.
Yeah. And then he
honestly,
says,
I like it without the sex. Like, no one wants to be proposed to right after sex because that's kind of like a gross state to be in.
Yeah. Also, I feel like
I think that kidnapping's okay. I think instilling a sense of fear in a woman is healthy in moderation.
Gonna have to disagree with you.
Okay.
Like,
listen, I think it can be romantic. I mean, I think Olive Garden could also be romantic.
I think Olive Garden
if the mood's right.
If the mood's right,
unlimited breadsticks.
I mean,
that's kind of their whole thing. It's just unlimited breadsticks. Yeah. Sure, fuck it.
So do you think she's gay?
Do I think she's gay?
Yeah, because she doesn't want that.
I don't think it's out of the question.
I think she's bi.
It seems like she's.
I think
she's
bi-curious.
Yeah,
that's
least.
my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bi-curious, man. That's I feel like people aren't bi-curious anymore.
No, we should bring that back.
I feel like people just go for it nowadays.
Well, I think bi-curious is something you are when you're like 11.
Yeah,
you know
Once you turn 14, you got to make a decision.
Yeah, I agree. That's really true, honestly. Like, if you're bi-curious at like 18, like, you're just immature.
I saw a tweet today of some guy saying he worked at Chipotle.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, and there was this like former Marine who worked there as a chef, and he was bi-curious, and we'd always end up like going and banging after work. It's like, no, he's not bi-curious.
I was like, that is.
he's not like, well, I might try it. Like, this is a continuous thing. I think if you do it,
more than
that's
once.
it. Yeah, if you do more than once. Because if you do it once and you're like, I did not enjoy that whatsoever, it's like, all right, you tried.
Yeah, you tried. You're no longer curious.
You gave your shot. You're no longer curious. You made up your mind. But if you're like doing it multiple times, you're not bi-curious at that point.
At that point, you just can't accept you're gay.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different journey.
Yeah. When I was in middle school, I thought this was very funny. I came up with the term bi-curious George. And just, this is second Curious George episode. And just, I don't know, the concept of a cartoon monkey having being gay thoughts was funny to me.
it's
and it remains funny to this day.
Yeah. It's just like a reboot of him. You know how they're rebooting like Scooby-Doo? Just a reboot of Curious George, but he's bi-curious.
Exactly.
To appeal to Gen Z.
Exactly. That's what those kids love nowadays.
Gen Z loves bi-curious.
I had some other things we could discuss, if that's okay.
Oh, I would love to. I didn't really like my segment. I think we should cut it.
The Gleek segment or the relationship advice segment?
Honestly, I don't really like anything I say after I listen back to it.
Guys, drop a DM. Do you like anything Elise says? Let us know. If the consensus is no, I'll just mute her, and it'll just be a podcast of me talking to myself.
Just do that.
Okay, so this is. I just write down thoughts I have throughout the week.
I should probably start doing that. I feel like maybe I should plan out what I want to say beforehand and not come up with it on the spot. And maybe it'll turn out a little more polished.
I think part of it is like there's like a natural, like an organic sense of entertainment that comes with coming up with shit on the spot. But in terms of like segments and stuff, like having stuff like you want to talk about and then off the cuff coming up with stuff to like branch off of that, I think organically is a good way to go about it.
Just, like an outline for the podcast.
Yeah. So here's one thing I had seen.
Yeah.
So a TikTok influencer that takes a job at Facebook doing content moderation because they think it's content creation. And content, I don't know if you remember, like a few years ago, they exposed like the life of like a content moderator at Facebook who just goes through videos of like the worst shit you will ever see in your life.
Oh, and then
to make sure
decide.
that it has to get banned or whatever. I mean, it's like like beheadings, animal, like horrible fucking things.
Ugh. Not the job for me.
Yeah, but I imagine
that
like,
would be funny.
like a TikToker type is like, ooh, content.
And like their
takes the job
application and they do like their resume and like a little video about themselves as if it's for that. And they're like, this guy's got a lot of spark.
Yeah, then they show up, they're like, listen, we're glad you're so enthused about this. And they shove him in the fucking dark room. They're like, all right,
there you go.
Start. And the first thing they see is fucking Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
He was like lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania or some shit, and he shot himself in the head because he was
on
part
camera?
of because he was part of
sick.
this like big scandal or something.
Yeah. That's really funny. They show up with their ring light and they're like, yeah, the room does need some light.
Yeah.
You're right, thanks.
And eventually they just end up making TikTok content of
be
like the shit that they're watching on the Facebook.
I would think it would be funnier if they did it, but just like the same like sterilized like day in the life as a content moderator. And it's like my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. And it's like just them being super normal. And then they like go to work and they're just watching like
they're watching like the Taliban behead people and shit. They're like, oh,
and they're like,
this one is not for public consumption. So I say no.
Now follow me to Erewhon.
Then I take a quick little coffee break.
It's like, I've been loving my new Emma Chamberlain coffee. Just like in the background of it, like blurred.
Yeah, man, that's got to be one of the worst jobs. I feel like at one point you become like completely numb to it.
I mean, I had to watch. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, I was going to talk about.
That sounded like it was going to be interesting.
I know, but I decided I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay.
It was for, remember that thing I used to do? That job I had where I had to watch stuff? And no, you don't.
No.
You don't know anything about me.
I don't remember.
And I had to watch troubling things.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was bad.
But I still have a pep in my step.
Yeah.
I sleep at night.
Yeah. Yeah, we've also, there was like a big phase in middle school for a lot of boys where it's like a pissing contest of who could watch like
the worst videos.
The gnarliest fucking, it was a lot of beheadings. I remember like cartel behead, and I'd never watch that because that shit would upset me like so deeply.
Of course.
I was never.
I mean, that's a horrible. What do you mean?
But
like,
there were so many kids who would like get off on that shit, and it's like, what are you doing now? Like, what are you up to now?
What is it? Not unsolicited. Unregulated access to the internet at like that young of an age. Crazy.
Yeah.
I saw some things.
It's going to fuck you up.
Like that I should have never, ever seen.
Yeah. I feel like kids growing up, I mean.
My parents were just like, what are you doing on the YouTubes?
And I feel
like witnessing war crimes.
I feel like every generation is like, oh, kids today, they're fucking wild. But I feel like kids today are just fucking violent. Like, just looking at like the Citizen app in Philly, like all the horrible fucking crimes. It's like 15-year-olds just beating the shit out of random people.
That's like, I feel like that's pretty normal. We just see it now more.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I'd love some statistics on that. Guys, DM us statistics on youth. Jamie, pull up youth
Google
crime
it.
Statistics.
Yeah, check
and
it.
And then I have another thing. Getting into the news a little bit, sort of.
Oh my gosh, I should rate talking points.
So you know how Ron DeSantis is like going after Disney for being woke, and he's like,
don't do that.
Yeah, and he's like cutting off their like tax exempt status or whatever.
Yeah.
I picture a guy whose wife leaves him for a Disney adult, and he just like votes DeSantis just because of that. There's someone so starkly anti-Disney. Oh my god, we both share an opinion on Disney adults. If you're a Disney adult and you're listening to this,
just close your ears for the next like 30 seconds.
DM us. Why? What's so appealing to you?
No, I mean,
about
I get why.
Why? Oh my god, I'm sliding.
I know. It's the angle of the floor again.
I know, dude.
I mean, I get why I get why people have like these like niche interests that they turn their whole life around. I mean, I think it's fucking weird, but I definitely get it.
There's so many other things you could become interested in that aren't just like children's. Like, what if there was like Disney adults for Paw Patrol or Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yo Gabba Gabba.
I'm gonna get into Yo Gabba Gabba.
I think Yo Gabba Gabba
more
is too
than I
niche.
am.
Disney adults is like there's so much content for that to be a part of.
That's true. It's like a whole universe.
It's like a whole thing. Paw Patrol. I mean, you talk to some 5-year-olds, that's all they know. Paw Patrol, like you can spot a Disney adult in the making like so easily.
What if there's
these 5-year-olds need to have some more diversify their palette.
there should be Disney adults, but for just like Nickelodeon, like preteen shows like iCarly, Drake and Josh, that kind of stuff. Just a bunch of adults who are really into like
I feel like
Wizards of Waverly Place.
That's me. Like, I feel like that's just our age.
That's always kind of weirded me out. I don't know, like if they're like,
never seen like Zach and Cody?
Yes, I've seen Zach.
Have you seen it in the recent years?
Honestly, yeah, sort of. It was on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
It's all right. Yeah, I think people who consume that as like their main form of entertainment are missing a little something up there, though.
Maybe, but I also feel like I shouldn't throw stones at what people consume because I watched a lot of bad shit, or just like I don't know. I feel not Zach and Cody, but
something that's kind of rubs me the wrong way about adults watching teen shows is a lot of the teen shows are predicated on the teens being sexy.
Yeah. That's when you enter like Euphoria territory.
Yeah, like when Zach walks in with his shirt off
that doesn't happen because they're like 11.
No, there's shirtless episodes.
Maybe Sweet Life on Deck, but certainly not the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
I can find a picture of them shirtless very quickly.
Well, yeah, but they're not like, ooh, look at this sexy 10-year-old. They're definitely not like that. The hot ones on Sweet Life of Zach and Cody are London Tipton and Ashley Tisdale.
Yeah, and then like when they enter and they're wearing something like a dress or something, the audience will be like, ooh, look at this sexy teen. The audience is weird too for that, by the way.
The audience is weird for that. Nothing's coming to mind when you say that. I'm not seeing any scenes. Like when they go, ooh, like when the girl's finally in a pretty dress. But I feel like that's more just like, oh, she's usually in her stereotypical character outfit. And now she's wearing something a little special.
Yeah, I mean, I might have been watching like an offshoot.
But I do get what you mean. But I also feel like they're not casting. I mean, maybe early Disney shows, it's like one of the last times they actually casted teenagers as teenagers. But I feel like nowadays, I mean, like Euphoria, those are grown ass adults.
Yeah.
Being like, what's up? I'm 15. I'm 6'5", 320 pounds.
Yeah, you just got to kind of suspend belief when you're watching it.
Yeah,
like, this is what a high schooler looks like.
Because if it was an actual high schooler, it's like, why am I watching them fuck? Like, why am I watching minors fuck? Like, I want to see some mid-20s.
Yeah. So.
You ever seen Euphoria?
No, I've never seen Euphoria.
My dad just watched it for the first time.
Does he like it?
Yeah, he loves it.
Are people your dad's age? Should they be watching Euphoria?
No, I could not believe my eyeballs when I saw that. He watched both seasons like in like 2 days, which is crazy because like it's kind of a dark show, and like watching it one episode at a time, like one episode per week, like that was still pretty heavy for me.
Yeah, but it makes it less emotionally heavy if you binge it, I feel, just because it's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like there's more emotional weight when you have to wait every week.
That's true. I like that though. I feel like
there is something to be said about like how binging a show kind of not ruins it, but makes it less special. Like every episode,
and you
like,
also
there's
notice
no
less
anticipating
things,
anything.
and and also like I know it pissed everybody else who didn't watch Euphoria off, but I loved those like 6 months when like all anybody talked about was Euphoria because everybody was watching it. So we had the whole week, like I would finish the episode and be like, great, this is what the whole internet is going to talk about for a week.
Confession, I muted like Euphoria and Euphoria.
Which you should do if you are watching it, but I loved it. I was like, me and all my friends, me and 6 million of my closest friends are all watching this show together, and we're all united together, and we're a team, and we're friends. And that's how I felt.
You and all your friends across the globe watching.
That's the one thing I do like about sports. Is when we're all on the same team. But what I don't like about sports is when we lose. I don't like that.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, there is something, like, I feel like I have friends all across the DC metro area.
All across the world.
Yeah, all across, well, only if they root for my team. I have enemies all across the world if they root for a team that I don't like.
Yeah, that's true.
In general, I have a lot of enemies.
In general, you do have a lot of enemies.
Anything else on here? Seduction. I had a ton of Dilbert stuff. Like I could go for a while on Dilbert. No, we did cover all of it. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to harp on Dilbert too much. I guess I was planning on doing like a long form Tony Soprano impression of Dilbert.
Oh, but well, I'm really sorry that I cut you off.
Yeah, you don't watch The Sopranos, so that's not good.
Well, like, I would have let you keep going. I didn't realize.
Also, I don't do any good like impressions. Like
you do a pretty good anybody who's an old Jewish man impression.
Yeah, I could.
You do a good Larry David.
Yeah, like a Larry
Bernie
David,
Sanders.
or I could do Bernie Sanders. Okay, so here's Bernie Sanders reacting to them canceling Dilbert. Where am I supposed to get my Dilbert now? You got the Dilbert, you got the dog butt, You got his boss. Oh, and I don't like his boss. His boss did not follow the correct labor protocol. We need more power to people like Dilbert and Dogbert.
But Dilbert's the white supremacist, right? Oh, no. The person who wrote.
The brain behind Dilbert's a white supremacist.
Dilbert's God.
In the Dilbert universe, the white supremacist is the god.
Yeah. So by... Oh.
I forgot.
Our podcast just told us we've had enough.
Yeah, so I'm recording on like the same like
track as last
time, and so I had the outro music and I forgot to remove it. But I guess that's our cue.
Yeah, that's like, I guess Jamie just turned the lights on.
Yeah, the lights are turning off in the studio. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great episode, Sweet 16.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, episode Sweet 16.
And get ready for next week, because I'm going to tell a crazy story.
We're going to have the best Gleek of the week next week.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say something crazy.
Yeah, watch out. Elise is going to say the N-word.
No! Oh my God.
Guys, mark your calendars.
No.
Subscribe to the Patreon. Elise is going to say a ton of racial slurs. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, comment your favorite.
Comment whatever racial slur you want Elise to say, and she'll say it.
Only towards Jewish people.
Yeah, throw those in there too. Oh my God. There's like a database. All right, folks.
There's a database?
There's a racial slur database.
Let's pull it. Jamie, pull it up.
Jamie, pull up the racial slur database. Find us some shit for Greeks. Olive suckers.
I don't think I could say a single bad word about Greek people. I love them.
No. Stinky.
No. Delicious.
It's fun to say that any one race is stinky.
Because, like, what are you talking about?
There's going to be stinky people of any race.
Yeah, exactly. Stinkiness is human. To be human is to be stinky. Except for that one girl.
All right, folks. That's it for today's episode. We're going to cut it off.
We're actually going to cut it off.
See you guys next week. Okay, bye.
Nice. Okay, love you.